Okay, now I'm going to show you how to cook greens. This is like 3 batches of mustard greens. I don't like collard greens. Not into kale greens. When I want a bowl of greens, I want either mustard greens or black mustard. That's the only greens I do. So I'm going to show you how to clean them and how to cook them. So let's get started. Now, a lot of people use dish soap to clean their greens. This is why I don't suggest that. There's so many different dish soaps on the market. You have Ajax, you have things that you could really hurt yourself and your family. So what I suggest is using salt or vinegar. What this does is kills bacteria or any worms or bugs or weird stuff. Yeah, these greens can get pretty nasty. The cleaner the greens, the better they're going to taste. The last thing you want is someone biting into a big rock or some grit or a worm for Thanksgiving, okay? Well, for any day. But the dish soap thing can get pretty crazy because I remember a quick story. One of my cousins put too much dish soap, so the greens were soapy that year. You just don't want that experience. First of all, greens are very, time consuming, which is why I can't stand it when people eat them all and leave you one leaf in the whole pot. But anyways, to make a story short, we just want to use salt or vinegar so we don't even have to deal with those types of things. And as you can see, you're going to need both sides of your sink cleaned and washed, of course, firstly, your hands too. Now, I'm going to sprinkle these with salt. Again, this has nothing to do with seasoning. This has everything to do with the cleaning process. Okay, you're going to use cold water because if you use hot water, you're going to cook them, which is not what we're trying to do. You're going to wilt them and cook them, and it's going to be weird. We want to keep them as crispy and fresh as possible when we're putting them into the pot. Okay, you can see 2 sides of this green leaf. We want to separate this from the stem. I hate stems in my greens. Please don't do shortcuts with this. Don't get the bags that say, I'm already cleaned, I'm already prepped. It's not. It has stems in it. It's not clean, trust me. You're going to have to clean them again and again. So, hey, it is what it is. It's not the best task for the day, but the reward is beautiful. So, again, we're going to separate. Let's see if I can show you. Okay. We're going to separate these from the stem and also break them from the stem in the center. I put a couple of bags in this pot. This is what you're going to throw your waste in with, what you're not going to use. So one side of the sink is going to be for the separation. The other side is going to be for the cleansing of what you have left. And this is going to be your trash. But as you can see, this is in the middle part, the membrane. So you want to separate the leaves from this membrane as well. Also, if you see like leaves like this or yellow leaves, toss them. Okay, as you can see, we have the stems and everything in the pot that we're not going to use. And we have our greens soaking in cold salt water. Let these soak for about 3 minutes to make sure all the bugs, all the weird stuff is out. And then we're going to transfer it on the other side of the sink. And that's how we're going to clean them. One side to the next side. Okay, you want to know why you clean greens? Check this out. Do you see that stuff in the bottom of that red thing that's holding the water in? Bad news, okay? We're going to clean these about 4 more times. Okay, we're going to do this again and, just keep doing it. I do mine about 4 times. It's up to you. As you can see, they're getting very, very clean. So again, we need to do this because you've seen the filth before. You do not want that in your greens. And that's why I can't eat at everyone's house, because when it comes to soul food, you got to be very, very careful. Don't be afraid. Really, really get in here. If you want to keep the chill off your hands, use a latex glove. It'll keep the temperature off your hands. So they're in my crock pot, definitely clean, squeaky clean. I'm going to use a rack of beef ribs. Now I don't use pork, but these are beef ribs. I'm going to cut them up and put them in with the greens. Hooray, they fit. So I'm going to use a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of red pepper flakes, teaspoon of onion powder, teaspoon of paprika, a little kick for me, so a teaspoon of chili powder, teaspoon of black pepper. Now the reason we didn't add too much salt is because we're going to add chicken stock to this. So I want to say, what is the measurement on this thing? 2 pounds. Let's go for a half of a container of a 2-pound carton of chicken stock. And once you open these, you have to put them in the fridge, okay? Don't leave them out. And I'm going to do the other half water. Okay, I'm going to slow cook mine on high. It's going to take a long time. We're talking like hours. But the reward is wonderful and you're going to love them. So I will come back and show you the second part of this video when they're done. And they are going to be so delicious. And I'm going to cook another batch. So there should be plenty for everyone. Again, make sure these are clean. Thanks for watching. Please comment, please subscribe. I love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving.